One of the central parts of my science classes is taking notes in a notebook and keeping a scientific notebook. I teach my classes through distance learning through a video conferencing system, so I have a couple different ways to share while we're doing our note taking with my students. And I started off by using a document camera and letting my students see my hand draw with markers and pens in a traditional way on paper and pencil, and they would copy that process that I modeled. But now I've been using a notebook because it helps in quite a few ways. One of the ways that it helps is instead of watching my hand move, they can watch my pen as it's moving without my hand overshadowing the notes, and I'm also not standing in front of them at a whiteboard or a chalkboard. And I can model the process of adding a title, which each section of our science notebook gets, adding a date, and adding a page number, and this might be page 26 in our notebook, depending on our table of contents. So that's a great way to get started with my students, and then once I'm done with my notes, and this is the completed project for this section, I can send this out in a digital format. I prefer to use an image, but I've used web pages and I've used PDFs, but the image works well for my final product in my Moodle file. So you can export in numerous formats, and then I come into my course and I find my course section and go through my editing process, and then I can upload my notes for my students and share them in a digital format, and they can see exactly what we did during the day. They can check their notes, make sure that they haven't missed anything, and we are modeling that process for them.